Hey guys, welcome to episode number 274. Update Monday is a day late today, coming to you on Tuesday, because yesterday, Monday, I actually went to a Boston Aquarium Society auction and I picked up a chunk of Java moss, which you can see here. And there's actually some Pella moss that's stuck inside that as well. It's kind of a jumbled mess. But I'm hoping that it will grow. I do have plans to install LED lights, which we'll talk more about later, which should help it grow even more. But essentially what I'm trying to do is start to provide some live plant cover for these endlers once again to get them up and breeding. You know, previously I just had the fake plants, the fake floating boxwood plants, garlands, in those tanks, and that's just not quite cutting it. If anyone does have Najas grass, the guppy grass, let me know. I'd be interested in picking some of that up from you to get some of that in these tanks as well. But that's why I didn't publish a video on Monday. When I got those plants, it was like 11:30 at night, and I just tossed them in the turtle tank before bed. And I thought they'd do well just floating on top here. But by the time I got home from work, the turtles had basically torn the moss all to shreds, and there were just pieces floating all over the place on the surface, on the gravel, and so I scooped up as much of that as I could and tossed it into this tank. So that's where it is right now. Hopefully it won't all die on me before I can get it up and running under high light, but that's what we have going on at the moment. The big update, as you might know, or at least can hear in this video, is actually my air system. You can hear it up here. I have two valves here that are fully open, and that's basically acting as a pressure relief for this 3/4 inch PVC line, because right now I don't have enough air barbs that I'm using. And if I did close all of these, then it would actually be quite a bit quieter. As you can hear, now it's quite a bit quieter. But I do have back pressure that's building up in the line. And what will ultimately happen is my air pump, which is located over here, will start to slowly heat up. And we don't want that to overheat. Right now it's sitting around 90 degrees, so I want to keep it you know, as low a temperature as possible. So you know, giving an air bleed here for the time being while I wait for more of these air lines to be in use is really the best option that I have. If I do close these and open this one all the way, we can start to see what kind of power this this linear piston air pump actually has. And you know, that line is full open, and as you can see, it's pretty violent. So I've got this closed most of the way. I don't have an air stone for this one quite yet, but I'm working on it. So that's what I'm doing for the time being. Most of my air barbs, air valves, are actually drilled over here. So we'll go take a look at this. I've got about 24 of them drilled up here, and they're all in a line, and all of these are going to serve my 40-gallon breeder tanks that are down below it. I'm only using 5 air lines at the moment, but the plan is I can put 2 air lines in each one of these tanks up top, and another 2 air lines in each one of the tanks down bottom, and I should be covered in terms of number of barbs there. And then I can manually adjust each one of those valves to get, you know, the right flow depending on the length of the line, the depth of the line, etc. I should be in pretty good shape. So I've just got a few of those running right now. I've got them running some bubble filters, and that's what I'm doing there for the time being. When I get more tanks set up, you know, I'll definitely utilize more of those valves, but for right now, that's what we have going on there. I did drill another larger barb here valve, and that's actually powering my second barrel here in my 3-barrel sump system, this being the mechanical filter, this being the biologic filter, and I'm happy to announce that I do have a bag of K1 Micro on the way. It's being shipped. It might even arrive tomorrow at the earliest. So what I'm going to do is just dump that entire bag in here, and I'm going to allow that air to aerate that media and allow it to sink and float and sink and float and just kind of churn a little bit to get that stuff cycled and get my biofilter up and running for real, because at the moment it's pretty empty and pretty sad. So pretty exciting stuff going on here in the fish room. I can finally throw out all of these gang valves. You're probably familiar with the cheap plastic type, maybe the older metal type. And actually, these valves are very close to what's installed up here, except these thread into the PVC, and this is just kind of stuck to this metal bar. So I'm going to definitely throw all these out or donate them at the next Boston Aquarium Society auction or whatnot, because I have my air system installed. I'm super excited about it. It's going to open up quite a few possibilities here for me, and actually I might use it to start siphoning some of the debris out of these tanks. You can see this tank is pretty filthy, and if you remember back a year or two ago, I did publish a couple videos about Airlift vacuum wands, and I do have a few of those that I built a few years ago. I haven't really used them, but this air system is going to allow me to stick that wand in the tank, vacuum everything up, go to the next one, do the same thing, and I can walk around all my tanks and vacuum them all without having to necessarily go to each tank with a bucket and siphon the debris out of those tanks. So that'll be pretty exciting. I did sell some crayfish. I did sell some endlers at the auction last night. So I did get rid of some of my stock, but you know, I am very much still setting up for breeding here. You know, once that biomedia is in, I'll be able to focus on getting 4 more tanks in up here, and once those are all up and running, we'll be in business. So anyways guys, that's the update for today. Pretty exciting. One last thing to share. If I pull some of these mangroves out, you'll see they've got some little white rootlets starting, which is a very good sign. That means within, you know, a few more weeks to maybe another month, we'll start to get some good buds, maybe a few leaves going on those. So the turtles are pretty much leaving those alone for the most part, and I think these T5 high outputs are going to prove to be plenty of light to get those going. So anyways guys, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.